Welcome back, friends. In the previous videos, we have set up our project for backend as well as for the front end here. So for this one, I'm going to change the label. So let's change the label. So to this one, we have green signal because we have done the project setup for the backend also. Now, today in this video, we are going to create the forms of joining and creating rooms. So now let's edit the label and add this here. So in this video, we are going to create a home joining and creating room forms in the home page of the front end. And then basic whiteboard we are going to create in the next video. And then we are going to follow these steps here. So now without wasting any time, let's get into it. So here we have created two folders here. So that one is for backend and other is for front end. So we have set up the project for both. Now, but we are going to work with the front end first. So let's move to the front end and let's open this in the code editor. So I have already opened my front end repository in the code editor. So now let's move forward here. So here we have created many components here. So here is the forms. Forms is there, then join room form is there, and create room form is there. So we are going to use this one to create the forms here. And in the app.jsx, let's go here. App.jsx. Under that we have just hello world. So as we can see here, so this is just a hello world here. So now let's move forward here and let's start doing. So first of all, we have to download the Bootstrap here. So we are going to use Bootstrap with CSS also. So I'm going to download the Bootstrap here. So for that, we are going to use, as I'm using yarn here, so just open the terminal and use yarn add Bootstrap. So this will install Bootstrap for us in just 10 seconds. Again. Yeah, it approximately took just 10 seconds here. So now let's go to main.js and here import Bootstrap. First of all, we have to import the CSS here and then we have to import the JS. So Bootstrap this JS and I'm adding the bundle here. So we don't need jQuery here because we have the bundle and it is a Bootstrap 5. So that's why we don't need. So now let's go to the, first of all, we will go to join room form here. So first of all, we have to go to the index.jsx and here we will start creating the things. So when you will go here and you can see the changes here. So there is a change in the font. So this means that our Bootstrap is installed successfully here and applied successfully here. So now let's first of all create a component here. So that component will be first of all forms, and it will be a React arrow functional component, and let's export default forms here. And here I'm just going to return h1 here, and under the h1 here will be like forms working. Just save this, and now let's go to the app.jsx. Here we don't need main.jsx anymore, so I'm going to remove that. And here we are going to paste just forms here. Forms. So for now, we are not going to do anything like we are not going to add routing here. So that we will do in the next video whenever we are going to create the second route. As app, in the original app, there is not any routing, but in this app, we will add the routing also so that we can manage it more better. So here I'm going to import forms because we have imported as default here from components forms. So we will go to the components, and under the components there is a forms folder. Under the forms folder there is index.jsx. So here we don't have to mention index.jsx because our React will automatically find the index.jsx. So just save this, and now we can see the changes. Instead of hello world, we are getting forms working. So this is gorgeous. Now let's move forward and let's create here. First of all, we will create the two boxes here. So two boxes will be there in the same line, and here will be the create room, and here will be the joining room data here, form here. So now let's do this. Let's go to the coding section here. Now here we will first of all go to the forms only. So that will be under the index.jsx. So here let's go to the app.jsx first, and here let's create a container fluid here. Let's create a container only. Container, and just save it. Now you can see the little changes. See that forms working is coming. There is a little bit margin here. So that thing we want here. So we have the container. Now let's go to the index.jsx, and here first of all we will create a div with class. So that will be container. So not container. Here we need the row here. So we need row. And then here we will create two columns because we want here two columns here. So here two columns we want. One this column and second this column. So we are going to create two columns of the equal size. So that will be div.call md, and let it be because total width is 12. So we will create with 4 and another one with 4. So here I'm going to mention that is column. Let's write join room, and second we want with h1, and here I will write first of all there will be create room, and then there will be join room. Just save this, and now let's see the changes and see that here we are getting create room and join room, but these are not in center. To do that, we will first of all make its height to 100%, and here I will write just save this, and here I will write mx auto, and here also mx auto here. Just save this, and this will give us this to the center here. Now let's take the help of css here. So first of all let me do a margin. So here first of all we will do padding. So padding top will be 5. Just save this, and here margin top we need 5, and also margin top to 5. And here let's add the border here so that we can see the border. Save this, and now let's see the changes. So these are the changes here. So create room and join room are at the perfect position. So now we need some changes here. So let's add that. So here first of all we need rounded here. So let it be first of all border 2 and border 2. So it should be little darker. Now it is little darker, and here we need rounded. Let it be rounded 2. Copy this and save this here. And here we have very much rounded here, so you can see that here. Now let's apply display flex here. So here deflex align atom center, and let it be align atom center here. So display flex is there, and we need justify. We don't need justify content center here. So here we have to change the column. So change the flex direction to column. So flex is equals to column here. Just save this, and now we can see this to the center here. Now let's just add the width here. So we will add the width, and that we will do with the CSS only. So here, first of all, we have the index.css for forms here. So I'm going to import here. So let's import index.css and dot slash index.css. And after that, here we are going to give the class here. So I'm going to give the class as, let it be form box. So form box is there. Now let's go to index.css, and here let's add form box, and under the form box we need the height here. So first of all we need width 100, maximum width, uh, let me remove this, we don't need this, and margin we don't need, and then padding, yeah, padding we need. So padding, that we will do with the bootstrap only, and then background we don't need this, and border radius box shadow we don't need this. So here just we need the height here. So height will be like 400 pixel. So let's see if 400 pixel is worthy or not. Yes, according to me, 400 pixel is very worthy. So now let's go to the index.jsx again, and here let's apply some padding here. So padding, according to me, it will be 3 will be good. Yeah, padding 3 is looking good. And let's change the text classes of the text here. So here class name, first of all we need text primary. Text primary will be there, and here we need font weight as bold here. Just save this, and now we can see the changes. So these changes are very good. And now we need the border color also. So as here we have mentioned like border and border too. So we will add some CSS here. So here will be like border primary, and primary is the color. So see that this type of border is there. So it is now looking very good. And let make the border default. So I'm going to remove border too and save this. And here these are the now changes here. So these are looking good. Now let's create the fields here. So here first of all we need the name. So here we need name, and then here we need generate button. Generate the room button here. Means room code button, and then here we need the name, and then here we need the same text box here. So wherever the user will put the text here. So now let's do this. So now first of all let's go to the join room form here. So this join room form is there, and here I'm going to index.jsx, and here let's create a component. So component will be join room form, and till now we don't need any props, so I'm not going to add the destruction method for this. So here will be export default join room form, and here let's return something. So here I'm just going to return one h1 tag with join room form. Just save this, and same thing we are going to do with create room form, and here instead of this join there will be create room form. Just save this, and here I will go to the forms index.jsx, and here I will apply create room form, and let's import this create room form I have imported, and then here will be join room form, and this I will also import. We have join room form also here. Just save this, and now we can see the changes. We are getting create room form and also join room form. So first of all, let's deal with create room form, and then we are going to copy that thing with join room form also. So here we are going to create one division. So first of all, let not it be division. So let it be form. So form will be there. Action, we don't need anything. And here let's add the class names. And class names I am going to add form, and then form, let it be width 100% and call empty 12. So let it be call empty 12, or width 100 is good than that. And we need margin to up to 5, and let's save the changes, and here I'm going to type anything. Let's see. Uh, yeah, this is looking good, but I think call MD12 is good instead of this width. Call MD12, and now it's more beautiful. So here we need some padding also. So let's go here to the forms, and here I'm going to change one thing here. So here padding y will be 3, and here we have to do one more thing, that is padding x, padding on the horizontal part, that will be 5. Just save this, and now we can see the changes. So the changes are very beautiful now. So here let's go to the create room form, and here I'm going to add, first of all, div we have to add, that is div dot form control. Form control will be there. Sorry, it will be form group first, and then here we need input. So input will be, type will be text here, and we need the class name. So class name will be form control, and we need margin y to 2. Just save it, and here I'm going to write placeholder, enter your name. Just save this, and here we are getting like this, enter your name, and this is looking very beautiful. We want like this only. And now let's move forward, and here we have to create one new form group. So let's create that form group, and here we need input. So input, first of all, type will be text only. So first of all, we need the input group here. So I'm going to write div dot input. Let it be div only first. Div is there, and here we need class. So class will be input group. Input group. So input group is there. Here it is, input group. So we have the input group, and then here first of all we need type text here, and class name form control, and the same thing. So here we need the placeholder like generate room code, and then like this. Let's add the button here in the append. So in the, there will be a button. So here will be new. I'm like adding this like generate, and it should be button small. So btn small should be here. So we have generated the button. I'm closing the button here, and here we need the second button. So button dot class name. So first of all, button dot, here will be btn dot btn outline danger. Btn small will be there, and here will be delete. copy. Here will be copy operation, and here will be generate. Here is copy operation, and then we have to close this div. So I'm closing this div, and we have to apply display flex and gap as one. Just save this. I think there is one more div missing. Let's add that also. Just save it. Now we can see the changes. So these are the changes here. Now we can remove these changes by applying flex here. So just save this. Uh, let's apply. Let's remove the form group. Save this. Now see the changes. So these buttons are like this. Type is equals to button. Type is equals to button. And here, when I will remove display flex and gap one, just save this. So we are getting these like this here. So we can add the display flex gap one. Let me remove this also. So in the input, there is display flex, align items, center, and justify content, center. Just save this. Now we can see the changes. So see that here we are getting generate and copy here. So here we can do one thing here. So I'm going to remove the border. So border will be 0. Just save this. And see that here we don't have any border. And let's apply the form group here. So here I'm going to apply the form group div.form group. Sorry. And here let's apply the border. Just save this, and now let's see. So see that here we are getting generate room, and this type of thing we are getting here. So here we don't need to add any gap, so I'm going to remove that. So here let's add margin, and so margin and one here. Now we can see the changes. So margin and one is looking good, and let's add here also margin and, just save this. And here see that these are looking good here, generate and copy. So here let me add this as edited false. uh, Disabled, disabled, save this. And now we are getting this one as disabled. So this one is looking good. And now let try to add the bg gray. Bg gray, save this. So bg gray is not working. So bg secondary, just save this. So the secondary is not looking good. Let's remove this one. So we will be having like this here, generate room code and generate. So we are getting like this. So we will generate the functionality later. So when we are going to deal with the backend. And now let's just add the submit button. So let me see this. This is a div. So div dot form. Here I'm going to just add button dot submit. Class name will be, first of all we need margin top to 4 and btn primary, btn block, form control, and generate room. Just save this. And now here we can see the button as generate room. So now this is very good here. So I think we should add the adding total padding as 5 here. Yeah, let's remove the X, and here also X. Just save this. Now this is more beautiful. So we will do the same thing to the join room here. So I'm going to copy this form. So let's copy this form here. Copy this form, and let's go to the join room. And here I'm going to paste the form. Paste the form here. So here what we are going to do. So here I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this input group, and I'm going to remove this phone group, and I'm going to remove this also, and we don't need this one also. So here will be enter room code, and here we need border also, and then here will be enter name, enter room code, and here will be join room. Just save this, and now let's see the changes. So here disabled we have to remove here. So I'm going to remove the disabled one, and here you can see the changes here. These changes are very good. So enter your name, enter your room, join room, and these are the changes here. So we have created our join room and create room these forms successfully here. Now in the next video, we will follow the next step, and we will create the whiteboard type of thing here. So for today, this is enough. I will see you in the next.